Welcome, Sagittarius, to your guided healing reading. It is Sachi, and we are going to do some guided healing where we take a look at what is going on in your current healing journey. Are you hung up on? What are you getting stuck? How to overcome whatever obstacle that is, and then some general advice. So this is what popped up in the cleansing ceremony. We had the King of Swords with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse and the Sun. So I love to see it with the King of Swords. It seems like you have cut an issue off at the head. You have really solidified your own masculine energy as in terms of communicating, specifically of feeling like you don't have to hide who you are, that you do not feel disempowered, or it feels like you went through some sort of confidence issue here and you've overcome it by, again, cutting the issue off at the head. And with the Sun, this is causing your ascension. So the Sun in this deck is literally someone ascending into heaven, we'll say. And so likely whatever your ascension point is on your chart, your rising point, your ascendant, has been activated within the past month or so. We had Noivern using Supersonic, Porygon 2 using Spinning Attack, Trainer Old Amber Aerodactyl, Chansey using Healing Pirouette, and Lopunny using Stompy Stomp. Yeah, even my linguistics coming out was quite blah, blah, blah. So we have a lot of normal types, which has to do with communication. So it's really all communication. And again, it's like communication isn't, I mean, it is key, but communication is king, is what I'm hearing. With Noivern Supersonic, this is telling me that you're understanding different things based on what you are hearing. So your listening skills have really increased here, which has give you basically like supersonic skills. It's like your intuitive body is more online based on just your ability to hear more. With Porygon 2 using Spinning Attack, you are starting to notice these cycles, and these are both holographics, or whatever it's called. Holographic is here. There's a lot of very specific terms. Anyway, so again, it's like you're noticing the cycles based on what you're hearing. And as you can see, Porygon 2 in here is noticing the planets as well. So I always take this as like solar system stuff too. So it seems like you're noticing not only your own patterns, but also some things that are happening in the solar system. So some astrology stuff here. With Trainer Old Amber Aerodactyl, so Trainer indicates somebody else's energy, right? And Old Amber Aerodactyl is like someone from the past that's trying to be revived. And Old Amber Aerodactyl, you take this to a lab and they like revive it into an Aerodactyl. So it's like something that has been extinct that's trying to come back. So this is like old DNA stuff. And with Chansey using Healing Pirouette, you are really deep in your healing journey. And again, it's because you're understanding the cycles, you're listening more. And with Lopunny Stompy Stomp, you are literally learning how to, yeah, and as you can see, Archangel Gabriel is affirming, you are learning how to walk away. Come here. You are learning how to walk away from situations when they do not serve you. And we are in the year of the rabbit, so that is really an important lesson, because rabbit spirit can, you know, it's like they're very aware of their surroundings. So while a shadow aspect can be, you know, maybe anxiousness and things like that, when you get that feeling that you need to get out of a place of danger, you are learning how to stomp off when someone isn't safe to be around. So very interesting energy here, Sag. I hope you are doing well. It definitely has been a while. Thank you for your patience. But you can't rush these types of things, right? So I hope that the last reading really did help you through this time. So with Sagittarius, like I said, we are going to take a look at what's going on currently in your healing journey. What are you kind of getting snagged on, how to overcome it, and then some general advice. Let's see. Sagittarius. Okay, you are currently in the Hermit mode, and I feel like this wants to come out as well. Okay. Hermit mode with Seven of Pentacles in reverse, Ace of Cups. So you have really been doing a lot of inner work. Hermit mode typically means withdrawal in some sort of way. It's like you're going inside yourself to find the answers, and that's beautiful. In this deck specifically, it represents connecting with nature more. So you might be getting messages from different animal totems, insect totems, plant spirits, things like that. You know, whether you're actually outside or not, those messages may be coming through, but you are getting more connected to the organic ecosystem is what I'm hearing. With the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, with the Ace of Cups, Seven of Pentacles in reverse is that you recognize you can't take the material with you. It's like this guy, look, he's a ghost and he's still holding on to his coins, but it's like, what good are they? You can't use them. So you definitely are understanding, you know, that the material doesn't go with you. So you're focusing on what does go with you, and that is your soul and the love that you carry. Ace of Cups is the card of unconditional love, specifically towards yourself, even though it does seem like, you know, in this Ace of Cups specifically, it is unconditional love between two lovers in different realms. So this, it kind of feels like you're learning how to love your past self in a way. It's like a ghost of your past that really is not tangible, but you're sending love backwards in time is what it feels like. Let's see, what's the light energy here? We have Altaria using speed drive. Yeah, things have been going very quickly is what I'm getting. Altaria is also the card that I associate with the angelic realm, because he's always like in the clouds, but it is a dragon type, and dragon type represents very dense energy. So you've been moving through a lot of very dense energy very quickly. It says on sunny days, it flies freely through the sky and blends into the cows. Well, there you go. Maybe cow spirit's been reaching out. Blends into the clouds. It sings in a beautiful soprano. So again, it's talking about on sunny days, how it's flying. So for some of you, maybe you might be traveling, but again, there is this connection to nature spirits. And again, connecting to the clouds in the angelic realm is really, again, it's an ascended thing. So it seems like you are very much just sort of on this higher level right now. I really love to see that about you. Ooh, and Noivern Supersonic. So again, there's this aspect of listening more. And with Supersonic, this is also the sound wave Pokemon. So this is talking about how it sings in a soprano. This is talking about sound waves. So the aspect of sound is also very, very important. And again, you're listening more closely to things that you hear. And it also seems like you may be very selective about the music that you're listening to here. It says the ultrasonic waves it emits from its ears can reduce a large boulder to pebbles. It swoops out of the dark to attack. So it's talking about how the ultrasonic waves can reduce large boulders to pebbles. So it's like you're recognizing that these giant blockages, quote unquote blockages, right? These boulders of issues can actually be reduced to little pebbles, which are like, you know, non-issues if you just listen, right? If you are hearing the messages that are actually coming through. And it talks about how it swoops out of darkness. So again, like, it feels like, again, Hermit can also be doing some shadow work. In this deck specifically, it's a little bit less shadowy work, more inner work, which I guess kind of always requires the shadow. But you really have been doing that. It's like the density, the dark, dense energy, you've been moving through it very, very quickly. And it seems, again, like with love in the shadow, oh, there's that dark energy. So yeah, you definitely have been moving through it. But again, it feels like you're doing, I don't know why, again, it's like, there's something about the words, right? So maybe you've been sort of, maybe rejecting the notion of shadow work and more of being like, and again, it's just a general term for certain things, right? But it feels like you're doing more integrative embodiment of your own darkness, if that makes sense. And again, sending love backwards into some denser ghosts of your past. But anyway, with the dark energy coming out in the shadow, it is poison gas in reverse. So you're not letting this poison gas energy, I always take as like environmental sort of stuff, like the air. You're not letting a toxic environment, you know, get to you or anything like that. But there still is some grime in the shadow here of where you are now. Yes, you're moving through dense energy very quickly, but again, it's still there, right? It says the wastewater coming from factories is clean these days, so Grimer have nothing to eat. It is said to be on the verge of extinction. Okay, that's awesome. So this sludge, the wastewater. So again, it's like you are so full of Ace of Cups, which is the unconditional love, which is the cleanest water you can have, right? The cleanest emotions that you can have, that the factories, the wastewater, there is no wastewater. You're not wasting water. And so this grime that's here has nothing to eat, and they're on the verge of extinction. So I love to see that for you, Sag. Like, it's still there, but it's almost done. It's almost gone. Like, all of this gunk, and again, that was the thing about like shadow work, is like, you're not really doing the shadow work because there's not really any toxic stuff there. It's really just moving through. Again, you're really ascending. You're probably getting your wings during this true Virgo season, because we do have Noivern, which is bat spirit, but it has its wings in Altaria. So there's a lot of like flying energy there, even though, again, you're with the Hermit, you're very rooted into reality. All right, let's see. It looks like you're in a pretty good place, but let's see, you know, what issue are you facing right now? 10 of Cups in reverse, 5 of Wands in reverse, and the Empress. So I'm definitely getting a lot of family stuff, and perhaps how it is with relationships. 10 of Cups in reverse. This is like the Day of the Dead, so it represents like ancestral stuff. So there could be some family members who might be kind of upset with you or something like that. With the Empress, it definitely feels like the matriarchal lineage, or whoever is the mother figure, that feels like they are somehow more ascended than you. Like, they have their wings and you're this little child that this. So I definitely feel like this superiority complex sort of thing, and judgment from others. But it's like, again, what one person used to fly and get their wings, and what brought them to their Empress energy, which may be their most abundant, their most fertile lifestyle, that does not necessarily mean that that is going to apply for you, right? You can't follow a mold. With the 5 of Wands in reverse, the thing is like, you know that you did the right thing, and that's the issue here. You don't have regrets. You don't have this sense of whatever it is. And it feels like that's what some other people in family has been feeling, is like they feel their regrets, but it's like they don't want to feel their regrets. They don't want to feel like they've ever done anything wrong. And because of that, it's giving this false sense of superiority here, which is interesting. If you are dealing with Gemini or have Gemini placements, it's called superiority complex, the most recent reading, and that really, it feels very connected to this one, even though it's been like over 20 days since I've done that reading, but it's very, very interesting. Because in this deck specifically, the 5 of Wands represents like, you know, he just made like terrible choices. Well, actually, no, he didn't. So he had like a wife, right? He had a wife, and she passed away from some sort of illness, and it made him very sad. And so he ended up finding another lover when she passed away, who was a lot younger than her. And the wife that had passed away was so vindictive and jealous of the young maiden that she was haunting the husband, and then actually like inhabited the maiden's body, like possessed her. And it looked like the, you know, deceased wife, and he ended up, you know, slashing her head off, thinking that it's a zombie or whatever, not knowing that he actually was, you know, deceasing his young bride. So it's really a story of tragedy here. And with it coming in reverse, again, there's this notion of like, it's like ancestral tragedies that haven't been reconciled, and they're looking for reconciliation. But again, you're not letting it happen through you. But again, there's this aspect of ancestral and family issues, of, again, like people thinking that they know better for you than you do. And let's see more. What's we have Passy Man using Fling. Yeah. So again, this is fighting energy, and it's the teammate Pokemon. So there is some aspect of, you know, what the issue is the teammates that you're working with. And again, it does feel like some family members here. And with Passy Man is always like passing it on, right? So these are things that have been passed on to you. And again, it feels very, very ancestral. It says, they form a group of roughly 20 individuals. Their mutual bond is remarkable. They will never let down a comrade. And it's talking about Fling. So again, it feels like there's this energy of kind of like pressure to never let anybody down. And it can be because you're so close with family. That you don't want to let anyone down and they don't want to let you down or whatever. But again, there is this aspect of like people thinking that they know better for you than you do. Let's see what's the shadow here. Going right to the 10 of Cups. We have falling, seizing, headbutt. Yeah, again, there's just fighting energy. Because again, there's this energy of like, I don't want to let anyone down. And for some people, they feel like the way that they're not going to let you down is by forcing you to do what they want you to do. And again, that's the headbutting energy, because it's like, it's just, it kind of feels like there's just too many people's opinions involved here. And Phalanx is also, I think there's 6 of them. Yeah. And they like line up in strategic way of like who is in the front. It's the same as Passy Man, which they play a game similar to like football sort of thing. So there's a lot about like people working together and, you know, all the people who are working together for XYZ. And again, there is this aspect of like, just because I'm older, I'm like more wise than you or something. It says the brass, which is the one that stands in the front and issues orders, is the strongest and smartest of the 6. Yeah. So again, someone thinks that they're the strongest, that they're the smartest, that, you know, their opinion is best for everybody. So it definitely, yeah, that's the issue here. Okay, so like I said in the extended, we're going to see how to deal with this situation, so how to overcome it, and then some general advice on your healing journey. But let's just get a moon message. I'm recording this on the 28th. We do have the last supermoon of the calendar year tomorrow on the 29th, which will be in the Pisces Cetus void in the real sky. Hold your vision. Yeah. Again, it feels like there's a lot of working pieces and people who think that they know what's best for you and what you need to be doing, but you need to hold your vision of what it is that you know that you're meant to be doing. Even if someone thinks that they're in the front and they're taking the lead or whatever, like, you are the captain of your soul. You know, you are the one, you're right. Communication is king, and you are the king and queen of your own realm. So it's very important that you're holding your own vision as we move forward. So in the extended, let's take a look at what we can do to overcome this and some general advice. If you would like to follow me there, the link is in the description box below. It is available for Eagle and Phoenix members on my website. If you would like to sign up, go ahead to SachiTheSeer.com or SachiTheScorpio.com. You can go to either. And it will be under subscriptions and plans on the menu. So I hope to see you there.